Got the tiller hooked up. We're gonna go till the horse poop, not the cow poop. We don't have any of that. We're gonna go till the garden up and spread the horse poop on top of it and see how it does. Hey y'all, welcome back to Life on Helton Creek. I'm a little croupy, forgive my voice. We are spreading the horse manure we got out of the barn. It's 20 years old at least. It's been composting that long. We're gonna spread it on the garden. Pa ran the tiller through it just a minute ago and it worked up beautifully, but I did get some plastic cut off the greenhouse and it is a beautiful day. So for a rundown of Tennessee weather that I'm always telling you guys about, we went from rain and severe storms and tornado warnings to 70 degrees, then 80 degrees, then 70 degrees, then 30 degrees, and snow. A winter storm warning hit that fast, and we did have snow. There's a little bit of footage. But y'all, the wind was so bad. It was 20 degrees, and then with the wind blowing, it was a little more like 7 degrees. It is back to a beautiful day today. So you've all heard the saying, go big or go home, right? Well, we had to get the big Kubota and the big poop spreader and had to get everything out so that we can spread it evenly and well across the garden. I'm pretty excited about it. The garden worked out really nice. And I'm hoping once we get this put on there, and I would love to get some chips mixed in it, but I'm not going to have time for that, I don't think. So we're going to get it amended really well with this, and I'm really excited about seeing what comes up, how well it does. Now, how many of y'all have a dog that chases the bucket on the tractor? Like a dream, y'all. Working up like a dream.
Hot ash. coming up the conveyor. So I'm going to be taking the front end loader off the tractor so I can spread fertilizer. It reduces the weight on the front tires when I'm out on the road going from field to field. So I like to take the loader off, plus it gives me a little extra visibility.
I got the expert here with me because we're talking about the accelerated rate of fertilizer. It has gone out the roof. I don't know if you bought yours yet. I don't know if you're a farmer or if you buy from a farmer, but either way your cost is probably going up because the price of fertilizer has gone
Approximately twice as high this year at the same time last year.
So what he got was potash and urea. He buys in bulk from co-op, has it mixed, and that way it's at the rate that our soil test requires, or that we typically put on our field. Is that a good way to say it?
Yeah.
Okay, so we used untreated urea. Treated urea is more expensive.
The untreated urea is bad to volatilize, evaporate into the atmosphere in hotter weather. So we're fertilizing fairly early, and once it gets a fair amount of rain on it, you're pretty well safe. The treated is usually Nutrisphere is the product, and what it does is it helps it stay stable longer, so it will leach into the ground instead of evaporating into the atmosphere. So
there you go, all you technical people.
Yeah.
All you detail-oriented people.
If it's June, and it's up 85, 90 degrees, you probably want to get the treated version. The older version of nitrogen, the most common back in the day, we can't get anymore because it's good to use for nefarious purposes. And so
how nicely you put that.
Well, I'm trying not to put flag words in.
Exactly, thank you.
Can't get it much anymore, so we've gone to urea is usually the nitrogen of choice around here. We have been using a little ammonium sulfate lately, but it's only like 24% nitrogen for every 100 pounds, so it's about half as potent as the urea. So it's a little bit cheaper. It's $720 a ton this year, and it's got a little sulfur component, which the sulfur, dragging this out a little bit further, back in the day when diesel had sulfur in it, and you had trains going up and down the tracks, and you had trucks going up and down the roads, the sulfur would get into the atmosphere through the exhaust of those diesel engines, and it would come back down attached to rain, and we never heard of applying sulfur to our fields. since they started using ultra low sulfur diesel in all vehicles now, since probably the late 70s, now the ground is becoming a little bit deficient in sulfur, and what sulfur does is make your fertilizer more efficient. The potash, if you notice around a cow pile, if you notice the grass is really deep dark green, that's the potash. The potash is a, you know, that's your peas and carrots for grass. Nitrogen is your, you know, that's your Twinkie, your Hershey's candy. You know, it'll give it a boost real quick, 30 days, and then the nitrogen's gone.
But the potash stays
potash,
around. And
the potash, but the plant uses a lot of it. So if you're utilizing that ground a lot, you really got to make sure the potash levels are kept up. And that's you know, when we talk hay, we lease most all of our hay ground one way or the other, and so we tend to be very strong advocates of fertilizing, because what we're doing is that nutrient's going up into that crop, into that grass. We're cutting that grass off and we're taking it somewhere else. And so that nutrient has been depleted. And if you do that over and over and over again without replacing it, you're going to have a field that's got a lot of broom sage, and it's got a lot of, at least if you're pasturing and the cow takes it in one end and puts it back out the other, the potash is coming out the other end, and it's concentrated in a little cow pile, so it's best to drag your pastures and kind of bust those pies up. But
anyway, now you're getting way out of focus.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do, so what did we do? 60 units of nitrogen and 60 units of potash.
Yeah.
And we were treating 19 acres this time?
Yeah, it was 18 acres on the, so here's most of your data up here.
Right.
So 18 acres, we applied 230 pounds total media per acre. So we had our spreader set. It's got a chart on the back of it. We look for our bulk density, so that's how big the granules are. And so our co-op sheet tells us that the mixture that we had was 56 pounds per cubic foot. And so we've got a chart on the back of the spreader that we can find 56.
Mm-hmm.
And then we start going down the list and find out how much we want to apply per acre. And so there's a 230 somewhere in there. And that tells us how far to open our gate to apply that much fertilizer on
that amount of ground.
On that amount of ground.
So on 18 acres, we put roughly 230 pounds per acre,
Yeah, total.
and it costs $2,000.
$2.35 per acre.
Yeah.
Is,
So, and per acre, we've been averaging. What's our roll average? Last year it changed.
4 to 5 per cut. So
Okay.
so usually we'll get somewhere on an average about 8 rolls to the acre.
Yeah, 7 to 8 both cuttings, right?
Yeah. And so,
Sometimes more, sometimes not so much.
some places we get
not so many.
10.
Yeah, some places we get a lot more.
Yeah.
Some places we don't get
But
as
it
much.
averages out about 8.
Yeah. The hay is good hay because we take care of the land, we do fertilize, we put back, we don't rob. So our hay is quality. It's cut at a quality time, which is most important, of when it's the timing of it being cut. But the quality of our grass is good. So it is.
And as a result, our cows eat less hay
Yes.
to maintain their body condition.
And that gets them in condition to raise good, healthy calves. That gets them into condition to just maintain through all the weather, all the seasons, and raising babies. If you have any questions, again, you know what to do. Put it in the comments, drop me a line, an email. We will definitely get back with you on any information that you may need or want. Curiosity or necessity, whichever. Yeah. This guy digs questions. You guys, thank you so much for joining us at Life on Helton Creek today. It is windy. Yeah. We're not spreading fertilizer today because we would be throwing dollar bills in the wind. Just come back and join us anytime, and remember, you're never alone. Thanks, y'all. Be blessed.